Why is Nightwing better than Batman? Today we're going to explore that in Nightwing issue 111 and 112. Our story begins in Gotham City, a man crying out into the night. In mere moments, Batman swoops down to the scene to find the man lying on the ground. A large hole is in his chest and his heart is missing. Batman leans down to examine the body, but there's a noise behind him. He whirls with a batarang at the ready, his eyes widening in shock as he sees a young boy hiding behind a nearby car. The batarang falls uselessly to the ground. A little while later, Barbara Gordon is sitting in her bed and the Oracle line beeps. Batman? I can't reach Nightwing, Batman tells her. Barbara looks at the bathroom door awkwardly. He's in the shower, she tells the Dark Knight, and there's a brief pause. He's in Gotham. Good, Batman tells her. There's a sound of combat in the background, and Barbara realizes that Batman is fighting a handful of goons. Do you need some backup? But Batman tells her that he's fine. A moment later, Dick Grayson comes out of the bedroom. I need to talk. I think Heartless has come to Gotham, Batman growls. It doesn't take Dick long to suit up and find Batman on his motorcycle. Batman is still dealing with a gun-toting ring at the docks, and Nightwing comes flipping into the fight, his motorcycle taking out several goons. In moments, the fight is over, and the duo is standing over these goons. I think your problem has moved cities, Batman tells his former sidekick, and Nightwing nods. Yeah, there's been no recent sign of Heartless in Bloodhaven, and Oracle has eyes on the streets, and I've patrolled every night, he says. The two of them head out in the Batmobile and Nightwing's motorcycle, with Batman explaining that he doesn't want to scare the young boy from the scene any more than he already has. Iko Wahid, he's with the GCPD. Commissioner Montoya and I are working together, but I still can't be a part of the interrogation. Batman explains and Nightwing nods, knowing that he could use his pull with the Titans, now the world's premier superhero team, to get in good with Montoya. He taps the button on his helmet, patching through to the new commissioner. Renee? Hey, it's Dick. You mind if I drop by? In a short time, the duo arrive at the GCPD headquarters, and Montoya agrees to let Dick speak with Iko. I want every piece of intel you have on Heartless, though. Nightwing nods his agreement. You'll get it, Commissioner. It's not a lot, but I'll share what I have. Renee looks at Batman standing in the shadows and asks if the Dark Knight will be a part of the questioning, but Batman shakes his head. I frightened the boy enough at the scene. Nightwing is better suited for this, Batman tells her. So Renee leads Nightwing to the room where Iko is waiting. Walking through the door, Nightwing starts to introduce himself, but Iko whirls around from the video game he's playing. You're Nightwing! You're on my pencil case, he says as he charges across the room, hugging the hero. In the next room, Batman smiles slightly as he watches his son bond with the boy. 10 minutes later, the pair are playing a video game. How are you so good at this? Iko says with a smile, and while they play, Nightwing begins to ask gentle questions about what Iko saw. But all Iko can remember is the murderer wore a big coat and a mask. I'm sorry, I want to be brave for you, Iko tells his hero. And Nightwing smiles down at him as tears begin to form in the kid's eyes. Can I tell you a secret? It happened to me too. I lost my parents when I was about your age. Nightwing admits, explaining to Iko that the pain will never truly go away. The pair are then interrupted as the door swings open and Montoya introduces Iko's uncle, Locke. Iko and his uncle look at each other awkwardly before Iko goes to gather his things. Alone, Nightwing looks at the man. You're not close, are you? He asks Locke, and the man shakes his head. Not really. I have no idea what I'm going to do with him, Locke admits, showing that he's in over his head. Nightwing nods, explaining that Iko will probably be scared for a little while, so Locke's going to have to be patient. You have to be everything for him, for a little while. You have to be the security that he's lost, Nightwing says. And a short time later, Batman and Nightwing are in the coroner's office, examining the body. Nightwing points out how several things don't add up to Heartless's M.O. Iko said that the killer didn't say anything, and Heartless used to like to talk to his victims, relishing the idea of who they would be leaving behind after they were dead. The wound in the body is also jagged and clumsy, while Heartless was exact when he was killing. I don't think this is Heartless, Nightwing finally says, and Batman nods. A copycat? Or someone trying to make this look like Heartless so the police don't look anywhere else? Nightwing looks at his mentor. I think we have to talk to Iko again. See if he can remember anything else. But Batman points out that it's 3 in the morning and Iko had a long day, so Dick nods. You're right, they can wait till morning. Meanwhile, Locke and Iko have arrived at their home. But Locke isn't nice anymore, ordering Aiko to move quickly. "If you need to go to the bathroom, go now. We're not staying here tonight." Locke snaps. Aiko is confused, but Locke quickly gathers up an already packed up suitcase, shouting that it's all falling apart now that Nightwing and Batman are involved. "I've worked too hard for this!" He snaps at Aiko, grabbing him by the arm, dragging him to the door. "Where are we going?" Aiko demands, and Locke glares at him. "Where you're actually useful. Now shut your mouth," he says as they head out the door, leaving the Nightwing pencil case behind. The next day, Dick gets ready to head out with Barbara walking into the room. "Where are you going?" "There's a few things I didn't check out about the murder last night. It's possible that it wasn't Heartless," Dick Grayson explains, telling her that he and Batman are going to check in on Aiko again. She nods and sips her coffee. "Okay, be careful though. I know this one will be personal for both of you," she says, knowing that Aiko's fate has echoed Bruce and Dick's. In a short amount of time, Nightwing arrives at Locke's apartment to discover the door is already open. He slips inside to find Batman waiting in the shadows. "The door was open. No one here," Batman says, and they check the place over and find evidence of suitcases being dragged across the carpet. Nightwing stops in the living room and looks down at Aiko's pencil case. Inside, he finds a folded piece of paper. "Help" is written on it. They quickly check out Locke's computer and discover that he has booked 2 seats on a flight to Vietnam 2 weeks ago. Angrily, Nightwing stands up, picking up the pencil case. "The uncle killed the father, made it look like Heartless, so that's where everyone would be looking." Nightwing growls, turning to Batman, telling him that they have to get to Vietnam quickly, but first they have to make a stop at Bloodhaven. Batman and Nightwing quickly head to Titan's Tower, where Nightwing tells Cyborg that they need to borrow the T-Jet. "Sure, I'll make it ready for you," Cyborg says, and the two head out of the room with Batman moving to follow, but he's stomped by Beast Boy. "Batman, could I have a word? You're used to people hating you, right? I mean, that came out wrong," Beast Boy says. He asks how he's supposed to deal with the world hating him after what happened during the Beast World event. And Batman puts a hand on Beast Boy's shoulder. "You don't have to be liked. You do this to save people. And you didn't just help, you saved the world," Batman tells him quietly. He tells the young hero that some people will be blinded by prejudice and they will hate him, but that Beast Boy is a hero. "You saved everyone on the planet, Garfield Logan. Nothing else matters." A short time later, Batman and Nightwing are flying across the world in the T-Jet. Oracle patches through and explains that Aiko's father was the inheritor of the Orion Telecommunications Company. With him out of the way, Aiko is next in line, with Locke taking control until the boy came of age. She explains that the company has headquarters all over Vietnam, and there's no way to know where Locke could be hiding once he lands. "We don't need to know where he's going, we need to know where he's landing," Nightwing says with a smile. "The T-Jet is a lot faster than a commercial plane. We can beat him there." Later, Locke is dragging Aiko through a Vietnam airport, where they're greeted by the security team of Orion Telecommunications. "Is this all the security you brought?" Locke asks the head of the team, who assures them that they're all very good at their jobs. They continue to move through the airport, but Locke stops in surprise as Batman and Nightwing step out of the shadows. "Are you okay, Aiko?" Nightwing asks as the security team steps between the heroes and the family. "Help, please, Nightwing," Aiko whispers. Locke orders the team to attack and they rush the heroes, but Batman and Nightwing have been working and training together for years. They drop into rhythm, protecting each other's backs, hitting where the other can't. And in moments, the team is down. Locke grabs a fallen pistol, holding it to Aiko by the throat. "Don't do anything stupid! We're getting in the car!" he says as he drags Aiko towards the security vehicles. "No, you're not!" Nightwing growls, rushing forward. Fear flies through Locke, and he points the pistol at Nightwing, firing the weapon. The round impacts off Nightwing's arm, but the hero keeps going. "Nightwing!" Batman shouts, knowing that Nightwing's armor isn't as strong as his, knowing that the force of the impact most likely broke Nightwing's arm. But his former sidekick doesn't care. He keeps moving, knocking the pistol out of Locke's hand, slamming him against the car. "Aiko, walk to Batman," Nightwing growls. The boy is frightened. He doesn't move, but Nightwing's face softens as he looks at Aiko. "It's okay. You're safe now. Batman will protect you. He's always protected me," Nightwing says softly, and Aiko nods, rushing to Batman's side. The Dark Knight offers a protective hand and shield with his cape. Nightwing glares at Aiko for a moment before relaxing his grip. "We're taking you back. You're going to face justice in Gotham," Nightwing says. And a short time later, the group is boarding the T-Jet. Nightwing offers Aiko his pencil box before later putting a blanket over him as he falls asleep. Batman watches from the pilot's seat, a smile on his face, proud of his son. It's things like this that, to me, make Nightwing better than Batman. Nightwing is what Batman should grow into, but due to the nature of comic books, Batman can never get over his trauma. But Nightwing is the better hero. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular story. I just thought it was a lot of fun because it doesn't do anything over the top. It just shows Batman and Nightwing teaming up and doing what they need to do. Like and subscribe. We'll be keeping up with the Dawn of DC coverage, and I hope to see you guys real soon.